Hey guys, Pastor Quinn here to help you prepare to teach this upcoming Sunday. All right, now this week we are on to angels speaking to Mary and Joseph. Last week we communicated how the prophets had a word from God that they gave to the people concerning Jesus' birth and what was going to happen. Now we see the next step of that, which is that the angels are revealing that same word to Mary and Joseph. All right, so we got this broken down into three little sections. The first section is that we want the kids to know that Mary was going to have a baby. Mary and Joseph are engaged. They're going to be married, but they're not married yet. So whenever they find out that Mary is pregnant, they start freaking out. The first kind of phase there is that Mary is terrified of what's going on. She's scared. She's having a baby. She doesn't know what's going on. In the older class, you might have a kid ask about that, like, why was she so scared, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to get into the details. I think all that we really need to say is that in this time, people did not have babies unless they were married. So they got married and then they had a baby. So the fact that they were having a baby before that was kind of scary. And of course, we want to point out that Joseph didn't really know what was happening. So we've got Mary who's terrified. Angel speaks to her and says, listen, the child that you will conceive you will name him Jesus, and he will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his father David, and he will reign over the house of Jacob forever, right? Like, Mary was a Jewish woman who had heard all this stuff before. She knew that somebody was coming. And so she's kind of getting the idea here that, oh my gosh, this child that I'm pregnant with, this is the one that's been promised. Of course, the angel spoke to Mary and calmed her nerves, but Joseph is still freaking out. So that's actually our second point, is that while Mary was having a baby, Joseph was scared. Joseph was terrified. Joseph, he's got in mind that he's just going to, be done with Mary and move on. He probably doesn't believe her. He probably is really struggling with this whole thing. So he says, you know what? I'm just going to do the right thing. I'm going to divorce her quietly, and I'm going to move on with life. Or I'm going to not divorce her, but I'm going to break off the engagement quietly. I'm just going to kind of move on with life. But we see that the angel actually visits Joseph, okay? And here's what the angel says. He says that she, Mary, will give birth to a son, and you are to name him Jesus, because he will save the people from their sins. What amazing news, right? So now, not only does Mary get a message, but now Joseph does. But here's where it gets really cool. Here's our third point, is that this message was that Jesus was coming. So pay really close attention to this. So after this happens, this is what the angel says to Joseph as a finishing thought. Now, all this took place to fulfill what was spoken by the Lord through the prophet. See, the virgin will become pregnant, give birth to a son. They will name him Emmanuel, which is translated, God is with us. Guys, this is the most amazing thing to me in this story, is that when the angel explains to Joseph what's happening, the angel Gabriel gives much more explanation to Joseph. To Mary, it was just, hey, you're going to conceive a son. It's going to be the child of the Most High. Mary said, cool, got it. Joseph didn't believe it that easy. And they gave Joseph this whole list, this whole monologue of information that Joseph needed to kind of be assured, be calm, be confident. And the words that they speak to Joseph are incredible. The virgin will become pregnant and give birth to a son, and they will name him Emmanuel. It's the same exact words that Isaiah said in Isaiah chapter 7. Same exact words. So now you hear an angel giving the literal words that God spoke through Isaiah. The angel is repeating those words to Joseph. How amazing is that? And then the angel even gives them some extra information. Emmanuel is translated God with us. Guys, the most incredible thing in this story to me is how consistent God was. How God delivered this message through time from Isaiah and then to Mary and Joseph through the angels. If this isn't a testament to God's faithfulness, what we learn in Isaiah 25:1, that he has performed wonders, plans from long ago, and he does it with perfect faithfulness. Guys, this is a perfect example of it. This is God's faithfulness in action. We can see it because the words are the same. The words are the exact same. It's hard for me to even wrap my head around it. So we just want the kids to know that the message that God gave to those prophets way back, that's the same message that he gave to Mary and Joseph. It's the same message that we can hold on to, and we can have faith and trust in. I just think it's incredible. Really thankful for you guys. Of course, like I said, Mr. Wayne is going to be running the ministry on this Sunday because I will not be here. I'll be in Romania working with some pastors over there. So if you need anything, please reach out to me. Just know that it's going to be a little while before I get back to you, probably around 40 hours or so is a weird time gap. So all that, got to work all that out. But happy to help you guys. Really thankful for all of you. And we will see you when I get back. God bless, guys.